Hey, Sagittarius. Welcome to your love and romance reading for April 2021. If you are sick and tired of love readings, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video. I know that you guys, my regulars know I do the weekly forecasts where I focus on everything other than love, money, career, family, spirituality, whatever spirit wants to talk about. I know I've been a little inconsistent in the weeklies. There's been a lot going on, but they're coming back up this week. So be sure, if you want to know about things other than love, that you check out the weekly videos. But this is the monthly love video for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign, so I always set the intention for the Venus watchers as well. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Sagittarius, I'm feeling a bit of a tug in war, but tug of war. I'm sorry, but the thing that's really cute is Spirit is showing it to me like two little puppies that are fighting each other, pulling a rope. And so what I feel like this is saying, that though there may be a power struggle, I don't feel like it's a mean-spirited one. I don't feel like this is somebody like evil or bad or anything like that. Just like maybe both of you trying to find your way, navigate your way through a healthy relationship. A lot of people are coming out of karmic cycles right now and healing. So a lot of people are like, for the first time in their life, experiencing a healthy relationship. So I kind of feel like, Sagittarius, you're with someone who's mirroring you, and you guys are both comfortable enough to where you kind of like, you can speak up and you can like try to define what you want or how you want things to be. And I feel the person that you're with, or the person that you're going to be manifesting, is the same way. So there might be a little bit of push and pull, but I don't feel like it's a mean or evil kind of thing. We're going to look at what the cards have to say, and we're going to go from there. So the first card here is the Death card. And I know that this is a card that scares a lot of people. It freaks out a lot of people. If you are a Sagittarius Scorpio cusp, or if you have a Scorpio placement, right? This part of you is really coming to the surface right now. This part of you is affecting your love life. But deeper than that, the major arcana cards, when they come up for me in a reading, they're telling me that you're coming into a situation that's like a turning point in your life. You're coming into a new chapter, a new way of doing things, a new cycle, a new cycle period. And so the Death card is very much about rebirth or resurgence. Okay, there's a reason why this card represents Scorpio. Scorpio is the Phoenix rising of the zodiac. And even if you don't have that placement, you are in the energy, Sagittarius, of the Phoenix rising. So I feel many of you are coming into your love life with a newfound sense of confidence and like feeling born again and feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna do it right this time. Coming in with a fire. Okay, with a fire, because I keep seeing the phoenix, right? The phoenix rises up just in flames, on fire, in a powerful way, right? So I feel like you guys are coming up and showing up in your love life with more authority. Okay, like I said, many people are closing out of karmic cycles right now, like for good, and having the Death card come up at the foundation, Sagittarius. Many of you are finally out of a situation or a limited belief or a relationship or something that was holding you back from moving forward. Okay, I don't mean to get super deep, but the messages lately have been super deep, especially when I've been doing private readings for people. Spirit has been going deep, okay? And so I just say what I hear. And I'm not trying to get too deep on you guys, Sagittarius, but I feel here, for some reason, for some of you, there have been some childhood traumas that have been holding you back in your love life, and you're finally releasing those, right? That doesn't mean that it makes it okay that it happened, or we're just like, oh, whatever, forget about it. No, 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 no. Like you've done your healing, right? But you're taking these experiences and you're feeling empowered for having survived them, for having come through them. And I don't want to get too graphic here, but I feel, Sagittarius, some of you were dealing with a challenge in your love life in which you were finding yourself romantically involved or physically intimate with people who were triggering those traumas. So maybe they were like testing your boundaries too much, or if you said there was something you didn't want to do in bed, they were like, well, then that's what you're going to do for me, because I'm going to be the exception. And how do you know you don't like it? You've never tried it with me, blah, 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 blah. And so some of you were dealing with that kind of situation with someone, or with like a pattern with people, to the extent where I feel some of you were like, I'm done. I'm not even dating. I'm not even talking to anybody, because I'm done with the weirdos. I'm done with the people not hearing me. I'm done with the people not respecting me. And now I feel you guys are coming into your power, and you're coming into a new cycle, a more positive cycle in relationship. Those of you in an existing relationship, some I'm hearing burying the hatchet. So if you've been with someone for a long time and you guys have been going round and round about something, you're finally laying it to rest. Like you're like, if we're gonna be together, we're gonna forgive this once and for all. We're going to leave it in the past, and we're not going to bring it up again, right? And so I feel there's something that's finally being laid to rest for those of you who you've been with this person a long time, and you know that you guys aren't breaking up or anything like that. It's like the past is staying in the past, to the extent where those of you that you've long time been with someone, you all might even be talking or planning about relocating to get a fresh start and to get away from people that you felt have been creating drama, or pulling on you guys too much or interfering with your relationship. The next card here, my dears, is the Eight of Swords, right? So this is what you're breaking out of, that feeling stuck, that feeling trapped, that feeling powerless. Okay. I feel that for some of you, you're feeling a little bit surprised in that uh you were second guessing how much work you had to do before being ready for a healthy relationship, and you're beginning to see that, you know what, I don't have as far to go as I thought, or this releasing stuff isn't going to be as difficult as I thought. Especially for those of you that I feel like you're finally putting down to rest, like limited beliefs or like traumas or things that were holding you back. You probably always hear us readers say things like, "Oh, you have to release it, or you're going to release it." You're like, "Okay, how do I do that?" Right? I know for me, I feel for you guys, I had to release a lot of stuff too. And that was always my question. How? But how do I release? How do I do that? It is so simple, but it's hard to allow ourselves to do it. The way that you're going to release is you're going to let yourself feel the feelings. And if you need to cry, you're going to cry. If you need to shout, you're going to shout. If you need to scream into a pillow, you're going to scream into a pillow. You're just going to ride out the waves of emotion. That's how you release, right? It might help to maybe sage or light a candle afterwards, because you feel like you're clearing the air, or like, play some sound bath music or something, or whatever makes you feel like you're moving the energy along so it's not around you anymore. But I feel like a lot of you, that you've been doing this really hard work trying to heal, and you've been feeling stuck like this, and all of a sudden the blindfold's coming off, and you're like, oh, wow, this is where I can step forward. This is where I'm breaking out of this energy. So I feel for a lot of you, there's this epiphany or aha moment. That, those of you that you've been feeling stuck in love, this is what's happening. Okay. Those of you that are in an existing relationship, when we talk about the power struggle kind of thing, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Don't get mad at me. Don't yell at the messenger. Okay. And this is not for every single one of you. But I feel this. I saw like the two little puppies kind of like pulling on the rope, kind of like battling each other for this rope. Those of you that have been in a long time relationship, and there's been issues that need to be laid down or resolved, I feel like your partner is going to say, look, I feel like you're blaming me for something that I can't fix. I don't know how to fix it, and I can't fix it. And I feel like they're coming to you not in a place of blaming you or putting you down, but like they're frustrated. Like, I want to help, I want to make this better, but I don't know how. I feel those of you that are having that situation happen, if you can allow yourself to accept that uncomfortable feeling of having somebody tell you, hey, I can't fix this. I feel like you have to figure out, what's going to help you get over a situation or heal from a situation. I feel that you're with someone who loves you enough and cares about you enough that they will talk it through with you. They'll help you figure it out. They can't figure it out for you, but they'll listen to you. They'll say, okay, well, then how about this and how about that? And I feel like together you guys are like defining new ground here, and through that conversation you're figuring out what you can do to get unstuck. Okay, I think this is especially true for those of you if you've been dealing with depression that's been holding you back in a relationship. Those of you that are partnered with someone, I feel for the majority of you, you're with someone here who has good intentions for you, right? They want to see you happy. And so there's this sense of stepping out of that trapped feeling. The next card here is the Seven of Swords. Okay. Now I know the Seven of Swords can indicate a shady person. And I just said that the majority of you who were in a relationship are going to find yourself that like you're with a good person. You're with somebody who's not shady. Okay. Seven of Swords is coming into the reading with the energy of caution. You're proceeding with caution. You're proceeding with caution, and you're not telling everybody what you're doing or what's going on in your love life. Some of you have made that mistake in the past. And so you're finding that there's a lot of comments here from the peanut gallery, or why are you doing this and why aren't you doing that? I feel for some of you also with the Seven of Swords, there's an energy or a feeling here of you not wanting to bring somebody home, or your person. You guys might even be mutually in agreement about that. Like, you guys are just wanting to keep the relationship between the two of you. I feel this is especially true because I got the two little puppies doing the power struggle, right? And I was saying some of you are finding a healthy relationship, and somebody that like you're like learning to navigate a healthy relationship. I feel that you may have come out of a really toxic environment, and the person that you're with has come out of a very, very toxic environment, but both of you are doing your work. Both of you are working towards healing and, breaking out of unhealthy cycles. And so both of you are like, look, let's not bring our toxic upbringing into this relationship. Like, we don't need to bring family into this right now, or we don't need to bring negative or toxic friends into this right now. So I feel some of you are being very cautious about what you're telling people about what you're doing, or who you're talking to, or if you're even talking to anybody at all. I just feel like you're being very tight-lipped and maneuvering through the relationship very cautiously. Okay? I feel some of you, this is like you're coming into your power and you're breaking out of a karmic cycle right now, but you're preparing to leave an abusive relationship. And you've felt stuck, but now it's like you're like, I got to get out of this. So the Seven of Swords is saying you have to move forward cautiously. You have to move forward carefully. Okay? It might not be a good idea to take back your power by going to that abusive person and saying in their face, hey, look, you bully, you can't push me around anymore. I'm out of here. You might put yourself in a dangerous situation if you do that, right? So sometimes we take back our power quietly. We take back our power in ways where we're wise, right? I don't mean to, some people get mad when I bring up the Bible, but I learned to read from a children's Bible, so sometimes during reading, Spirit will bring certain scriptures or stories to my mind, and I'm hearing the scripture, cautious as serpents but innocent as doves, right? You're not causing harm. You're not doing anything evil. You're not like trying to get back at the person, right? You're in your innocence, you're in your gentle energy, but you're also cautious. You're very alert, and you know how to move through the situation in a way where you're able to keep yourself safe. The next card here is the Sun card. And look at what a happy turnaround this is. We keep talking about the rebirth, and here it is. The Sun card is happiness, it's joy, it's freedom, it's playfulness, okay? When the Sun card energy comes up, it's attached to a feeling of true love, right? The Sun card is the opposite of a codependent relationship. So this is going to be a kind of situation where you're confident enough to be your person, to be who you are. You don't feel like you have to edit yourself. You don't feel like you have to hold back who you are. You're confident in the relationship. You're not worried about the person that you're with, in the sense that if you're reaching out to them and they don't answer, they don't pick up the phone right away, or they don't text you, you're not worried like, oh my gosh, are they gonna ghost me? Oh my gosh, are they talking to somebody else? You're like, okay, all right, they're busy, they'll call me, they'll text me back when they have a minute. Like, you're very secure in the connection, you're very secure in the relationship. There isn't the anxiety and the fear and the uncomfortable energy. The Sun card is also a lot of the times coming up in a relationship where your inner child plays very well with the other person's inner child. So I feel a sense of playfulness. Again, like the little puppies, that I saw pulling that little rope back and forth. A kind of relationship here where you can find yourself and you guys can challenge each other and maybe even kind of tease each other in a playful kind of way. But there's a sense of like purity, like an innocence and a purity in that love. And I think many of you are longing for that kind of connection, and you're manifesting it. You're calling in that kind of person. I feel like many of you are returning to a sense of innocence, and you're attracting a partner, or you're with a partner who's facilitating that, or who's in that same energy with you. It's like this return to innocence. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy, and I feel like I'm not doing it justice trying to put it into words, but I hope that the majority of you can understand what I mean or what I'm describing, or I hope maybe it resonates with you. But I feel this is something that you're manifesting. The next card here is the Page of Wands, okay? This is you. This is that nice, confident Sagittarius energy. But Page of Wands, for me in my readings, it's so funny that this is coming up because it's confirming the energy that I was feeling. For me in my readings, Page of Wands is like this time where you're having a second adolescence, right? There's kind of two parts of being a teenager. There's the depressed, mopey part where we lock ourselves in our rooms and we hate ourselves and we hate the world and we want to listen to our sad songs and be sad. And then there's the part where we feel very confident and we're full of hopes and dreams and we start feeling good about ourselves and we start having crushes and attraction and we start, figuring out our style and how we want to dress and how we want to express ourselves, and we're just so full of these dreams and we're ready to take the world by the tail and stick it in our pocket, right? So the Page of Wands to me is that second aspect. When you start feeling good about yourself, you're feeling cute, you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, you're expressing yourself more, you're getting in where you fit in, and you're kind of like seeking out these adventures. So I feel, Sagittarius, that you guys are getting your fire back. Getting your fire back after a long, long time. But the beauty of it is that you're also maintaining innocence and purity and like sincere connection. It's not just about all being like all hot and physical and wild and passionate, right? But there's also a sense of like purity, genuine connection, kind of energy. So I would encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos if you haven't already, or your Venus if this isn't your Venus. Some months, certain aspects might resonate with you more, or you may pull from the different readings, the parts that resonate for you that can be helpful. If you would like a private reading, I'm more than happy to do that. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And the weeklies are coming up again this week, guys. They're coming up. Thank you for your patience. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears.